Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm Lori Appleby from Our Purposeful Journey. I'm a radical living master coach specializing in radical forgiveness. And I'm here with my friend, Sunshine Dave. And Dave has graciously offered to share how he experienced reading the Radical Forgiveness book. And then he attended radical forgiveness ceremony that I did a couple of weeks ago, and we did the rose meditation. So thanks so much for being here, Dave. Appreciate it.
It's
And
nice to be here.
yeah,
For the invite.
yeah. So you stumbled across a Facebook post of a
That was
friend of mine
yeah.
sharing the book, and you decided to read it. Is that how it went?
Yeah, I just saw a post pop up, a little conversation. I'm like, radical forgiveness. Like, wow. I Googled a little Google search and I found it at the local library. And then 4 days later, it showed up and I started to
Awesome.
read it. And it changed my life. It's like the one missing piece, that and surrender. And it's like
Nice.
radical forgiveness that traps people within the mind matrix, victim,
Yeah.
victimizer, hero. And it just keeps looping and you're seeing it play out collectively. The collective ego program that's going on. And it's just reflecting everything back to be healed. All the repressed energies, and it's just
Yeah.
everything's just being projected everywhere, and it's a lot.
Yeah. So you were telling me that you were able to forgive your mom. And was that because of the book, or had you already been working on that previously?
I'd say it's a combination of things. I've been working on that for a while, but then I realized you can't heal from the mind alone, the intellectual. I got trapped in that. But yeah, the radical forgiveness book was huge. Yeah, along with surrender. And it's funny, your ceremony, like I said, I ended up doing it about a week later. I downloaded it. And I don't know, with the solstice going on, there's a lot going on. So I just found a point of doing it. And then my mom ended up phoning me that night, a few hours later after we did the ceremonies. Said it works on a soul level.
It does.
And I don't know, it was just the missing pieces of the puzzle. I can see things from like multiple perspectives at once, the soul level where everything's perfect, even what I would consider the most horrendous experiences and pain. And then the human level and even the ego level. It's quite fascinating and just had massive shifts within the last 2 months or so.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so for myself as well, when I got introduced to that book, and the book is by Colin Tipping. I don't have it at hand, but there's a few different versions out there. The late Colin Tipping, who's my mentor and spiritual mentor, and I trained with him. He wrote this book in the mid 90s, and what I loved about this book is it gave me the perspective of the soul's journey in a way that I could understand it and relate it to my human life here. And suddenly it made me realize, oh, all this pain and suffering that's happening here is actually purposeful. And there is purpose when we shift our perspective. And that's what the radical forgiveness tools and processes allow us to do, is to shift our perspective from looking at it, like you said, from the mind, the victim, and being able to look at it from the soul level, from this bigger picture spiritual level, and bring it all together.
Yeah,
So
that's exactly what it did. Yeah.
yeah, amazing.
I found once I started reading the book, it's like I connected with my body a lot more. And I actually went through a state of shock before that. I can't even explain. I was coming into my body, then I started to feel all the suppressed emotional energy within the body. Started feeling the blockages. So brought up a lot of crying the last couple of months, but it's like a cleansing. And
Yeah,
yeah, and it really is freedom.
absolutely.
I managed to forgive everyone in the Matrix pretty quick for the most part. The external characters that showed up were just as a match of my frequency, the electromagnetic signature I was sending out to the field, and all
Yeah.
the experiences that were being reflected back for the highest evolution of the soul that the ego
Mm,
certainly took personally, and the human self had challenges accepting.
yeah.
And that's the key with the radical forgiveness, just fully acceptance of self, acceptance of others, everything going on around us, and fully embracing the human aspect.
Yeah.
So I refer to this journey as an ascension convergence process, or like literally just anchoring into these bodies. Like these are our portals, and
Right.
yeah, like our super suits,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way. It super suits. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. And when we realize, like, the book was big for me, and I'm wondering for yourself, like, that we're here to experience this human experience as a spiritual being in a human having a human experience, but we're meant to experience it fully.
Yeah.
And that means, like all that crying you were able to release, that's making room now. You've felt the pain, you've let it go, and now there's room for all the good stuff that you want to feel. All those soul qualities are able to come through even more and more.
Yeah. Another thing too, I found a lot of people don't talk about. I was actually addicted to the pain. I was in such a depressed state, traumatized state, like I said, all the flashbacks, the lack of sleep. It's you start getting addicted to these feelings, become normalized. So I know a lot of that's happening collectively too, and we won't get into that in this discussion here, but
Yeah, that's very true. Thank you for mentioning that,
creating
because
new neural patterns. Yeah.
yeah, and our body, when we had a trauma in the past, the body keeps score and the body knows. And then when you re-experience it, you re-experience all those memories and the pain over again. And like you said, we can get addicted to it. And really it's just happening again so that we can feel it and let it go, not keep repeating it until, we keep repeating it until we're able to fully feel it and let it go. And when that is, it's different for everybody because that's the soul mission, right? So yeah, I'm really grateful for you to sharing your experience. And I think that's amazing that your mom called you after the ceremony.
Couple hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still get a
So
chat. We keep missing each other. So
right.
I've
And
still been connected with her on the phone, but
how was the conversation?
we haven't had it yet. We keep missing each other. I've been out the
Oh,
last
so she
few
did
days,
call, so you haven't had it. Oh, okay.
joined some gatherings at Christmas, connecting with humans.
Yeah, yeah. So that off, I was bringing that up because that's often something that people experience, is that the person that they were forgiving will do some kind of reach out. They'll call or they'll make some kind of effort towards making amends, or, some kind of reach out that just it seems a little bit random and out of the blue. Doesn't always happen, but oftentimes it does. And it's just because the shift in energy, you've broken up that stuck energy through doing the process, and it's all energetic. And then the other person feels it on their end. Yeah, amazing. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing your experiences, and for like leaning into this whole human experience so deeply, and sharing your experiences on social media, because I do really think it helps others. Because a lot of times what you express, I think a lot of people, we've had similar same feelings and thoughts, but we don't know how to put it into words. So you do that really well. And I wanted to just thank you for
Thank you.
that. Yeah.
Looking to take it up a notch and start putting out videos. Like I've only put out 2 posts the last 2 months. I realized I was being addicted to the endorphins of social media and
Yeah.
need to be seen and heard. So sort
True.
of been laying low and just doing more physical stuff. I don't want to be caught in that virtual world.
Yes.
This is very useful, but it's time to go out and shine forward and
Yeah.
share with others. That's what I'm here to do.
Yeah.
As more and more
Amazing.
people awaken, they're going to be looking for those who have already walked through the fire
Right.
on the other side.
Exactly. Yeah. And we'll be still standing. So then they'll think,
Standing.
okay, I can do it too.
Yeah, I'm still standing, better than I've ever been.
That's
Looking
right.
like a true survivor, playing like a little kid. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A little
I feel, you know what,
Elton
I
John.
think did you post that? Because I feel like, I don't know
I
why
have
that
in the
came
past,
through. Yeah, I just
not
connected
not
with it.
not recently. Yeah.
No, but now I'm having a little flashback that that's might have been where I heard that. Not that I've not heard that song, but recently.
Singing
But
and dancing each and every day. Did you know that dancing is now illegal in the Matrix? The bylaw officer told my friend that you can have a gathering as long as there's no dancing, just like Louis.
Oh, no singing and dancing. Yeah.
Yeah, the Matrix, you can't take that away. I'm going to sing, dance,
Yeah.
play each and every day here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too. And singing and dancing is such a beautiful soul qualities to like how we express really truly from our heart.
yeah.
And I think that's just that old system is falling away, and we're paving a new way to be, and it's really built on love and acceptance and um possibility. The possibilities are endless of how we can evolve from this and support each other in doing it. So I really
New Earth,
appreciate. Sorry.
New Earth, cooperative alliances,
Yeah.
collective leadership.
Yeah, and I.
The monetary system, it's part of it, until it's not, bringing in a
Yeah.
resource barter, gate-based economies, people work together to create the new.
Yeah, exactly. So wherever people are at, whoever's watching this, maybe there's some things we've talked about that you didn't quite understand, but read the book Radical Forgiveness, because it's gonna, lay it out in really simple terms. And
Very
as
simple
you,
terms.
yeah,
Very
and
profound.
to apply it to your own life, and you'll be able to start to connect with this higher consciousness, not higher as in better, but higher as in more benevolent and more full of, more coming from a place of love, not fear. Ultimately, that is the goal. Is we are shifting from operating from fear, and now we're moving into operating from love, and those love and kindness and care and all those soul qualities. So the book really does help to merge those two worlds together and to help you to understand and apply it to your own life. And there's nothing better than someone sharing their personal experience. So again, thank you so much
Welcome.
for
Yeah.
doing that for us, Dave. We appreciate it. And I'm
I
gonna
add a few things too before we go. Integration of the ego and embodiment of the soul. That's what I got from that.
yes. Yeah, because
Anybody
we
in
don't
the
want to
Toronto
kill the
area,
ego. We just want to integrate it.
yeah, I don't want to kill the ego. It's not an enemy. It's just trying to
Mm-mm.
protect us, keep us safe. I call it like the wounded child.
Yes,
Uh,
absolutely. That was able to help you.
and
That's
anybody
really
that's in the Toronto area watching this, like this book's available at the Toronto Library. It's free. It's got to have a
mm,
card. And that's where I got it from.
awesome. Yeah,
And,
that's great. And
yeah,
it's also
it's
on,
great.
you can find it in your bookstores and online and various places. It's a lot of places. And I think it's even on an Audible, maybe
I'm sure
something
it
like
is.
that. So whatever way you like to consume your reading or your listening, it's out there for you. So I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you, Dave, so
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate
Peace,
you.
love.
Yes. Thank you.